Good morning, dear listeners. Today we have a new podcast from the series of No Age Ontology, which is a series of podcasts based on my books, No Age Ontology book and the Seven Laws of Reality. And today we speak a little bit more about the seven Hermetic Laws of Reality, the principles which govern reality. Which are described in a text called the Kybalion, and I have made a commentary of this text in my book, The Seven Laws of Reality and Being. And these seven laws basically are principles which are very profound and are found in many different traditions, although they're not maybe covered or represented as each specific law. They're sort of hidden, and but in my book I have explained how they relate to all different traditions. In any case, the first principle is the principle of mind, which could be said to represent the absolute aspect of reality, which is transcendent and immanent at the same time. And the other six principles represent the way in which this mind principle manifests as the relative, but although in actual fact both the absolute and the relative are indivisible as a non-dual reality itself. And so the first one that we have is the principle of mind, and so this is a principle which states that everything from the whole material universe, its energy, the phenomena of life, and all the different sentient beings contain are nothing other than a mind, which is a mind of pure being, and it's an all-pervading, unchanging, immutable awareness. So this is an infinite and eternal energy, mentative in its nature, and out of which all things are evolved manifestations of. All is mind, all is within mind, all things are centers of mental activities and energy in the great universal mind of pure being. So in some traditions this is called spirit or God or self, but it's an uncreated principle of timeless mind. It's beyond time. So this is the first principle, and then out of this we have six relative principles, which are more like the manifestations aspect, description of the manifestation aspects of this first principle of mind of pure being, which is timeless. So this is just a brief introduction of the first principle. And there are also some parallelism which I have tried to describe in the book. For example, the parallelism with the pure consciousness and the self in the Hindu tradition, and the term God or self or Brahman, which is also this mind of pure being. According to Ramana Maharishi, which is one of the masters of the Advaita Vedanta tradition, it is explained that basically manifestations appears as illusions, and but when the illusion of separate self is dissolved, when identity persists, there is a God or a self which survives the activities of the universe and the mind. But in the absence of identity, the concept of God, Ishvara, self is non-existent. So Ramana Maharishi claims that such beings as like gods or sentient beings are as real as the people who believe in them, because all is just a manifestation, illusory manifestation of the mind of pure being, which is timeless. And the Vedanta tradition speaks of Brahman, which is reality, which is not to be confused with the deity Brahma. Reality cannot be known as an object of mind, because Brahman or reality is one's own very mind. Moreover, and the goal of Vedanta is to realize that oneself, which is the Atman, is a product of ego false identification, when in reality Brahman is all that exists, and this Brahman is equated with a timeless mind of pure being, which leads to the conclusion that we are all ultimately Brahman. So this is just an example of this principle of mind, timeless mind in the Hermetic tradition, and the pure consciousness of self in the Hindu tradition of Advaita Vedanta, which is the highest school of the Hindu traditions. Okay, so today we stop here, and in the next podcast we'll try to cover some other parallelism with other traditions of knowledge. Thank you for listening, and links are in the comments, links to the books. Thank you.